awe-inspiring. We usually map the human body by looking at the brain or the heart, treating them as the center of our internal universe. But finding the origin point of human life requires us to look deeper. Deep within the pelvic cavity lies the uterus, or garbhashaya. It is a thick, muscular sac, apestia tali, anchored inside the body with architectural precision. This organ sits in a deeply hidden location. To understand why it occupies this specific space, we have to examine how its environment protects and nurtures life. We can begin by mapping its exact coordinates and analyzing its physical shape. This geometry creates a biological fortress, with every curve defined by the need for security against external forces. This 3D wireframe shows the pelvic cavity, or shroniguha, a rigid, bony basin. At its front lies the urinary bladder, or mutrashaya. At the back sits the rectum, or malashaya. The uterus rests perfectly centered in the gap between them. This in-between placement provides a protective advantage. The surrounding organs and bones absorb external physical shocks before they can reach the center. This spatial arrangement effectively utilizes the bladder and rectum as a natural, shock-absorbing shield for the core organ. The material of the organ is highly adaptable, composed of dense, organic fibers that form a thick, muscular wall. A cross-section of the uterus reveals its distinct shape. The upper section, the fundus, is significantly wider, providing the elasticity required to stretch and expand. Below, the lower section tapers down into a much narrower, funnel-like structure. This design functions like an architectural keystone. It allows the organ to hold immense downward weight securely without collapsing. These muscular walls maintain their structural integrity involuntarily, adjusting their tension to hold the weight of the growing environment. The asymmetrical shape, wide at the top for expansion and narrow at the bottom for support, is a biomechanical necessity for safely holding and eventually releasing life. The organ maintains a physical duality. It functions as a rigid shield against the outside world, while remaining a flexible, living environment within. Sustaining this incredible muscular sac requires a continuous flow of biological energy, making it an active and highly dynamic environment. This muscular sac performs a level of protective engineering that allows it to withstand extreme internal and external pressures. The hidden location within the pelvic cavity and the unique keystone shape are two halves of one functional system. Without this specific anatomical geography and muscular architecture, the physical requirements of human reproduction could not be met. The placement and shape of the uterus converge to create a functional sanctuary.